Your world of starship captains doesn't admit women. It isn't fair.
No, it isn't.
There's an expression people have bent over backwards trying to get not to say what it actually says. It's one thing to put Riker's quarters on the wrong deck. It's quite another when you say you can't captain a ship if you don't have a dick. That's kind of thing that's pretty blunt and kind of hard to counter with that whole utopia thing. Yeah, really, how'd they drop the ball on that to introduce such a blotch into Gene Roddenberry's vision of a future of equality? They really should have had the writer sit down with Gene and just... Shit, I got nothing. The only way you can get around this is to assume that Lester is batshit insane, which conveniently she is, and that Kirk is too tired of arguing with her to correct her.
Now you know the indignity of being a woman. Believe me, it's better to be dead than to live alone in the body of a woman.
Jesus Christ. Somehow I hadn't thought the final episode of a progressive classic show would be about as woman-friendly as a steel-barbed tampon. Lester makes what is either a log entry or just projects a first-person monologue beam at the audience to let us know that she spent years studying everything about the Enterprise and its crew so she can pull this off without arousing suspicion. It would be easier if the contents of her head weren't like someone spraying LSD from a crop duster over Wonderland. Lester considers the long list of female captains whose confidence and leadership would inspire their crews to follow them into hell. Then for some reason chucks it all and decides to emulate Captain Holly Graff by ranting at everyone unfortunate enough to be nearby before finally leaving. Spock should count himself lucky he didn't get hit in the head with a coffee mug. As if to remind us of how hard Lester is working to maintain her cover, she's sitting back filing her nails. Congratulations, Captain Fruit Loop. That not only provides a nice big sign that you are not the person you're pretending to be, but as someone who despises being a woman, why would you be that obsessed with filing your nails that you do it with the stubby ones in this body? What's next? Slip on a nightgown and curlers and go to the big screen on the bridge to watch Sex and the City? McCoy finally says that Lester's going to have to undergo a serious examination if she's going to act as batshit loony as she is, like yelling at people for no reason and putting a serious medical case in the hand of Doug from Scrubs. Spock intervenes and provides the closest thing to a series wrap-up by pointing to the long history this ship and crew have had encountering the strange and miraculous. And in the face of all the wonders of the creation, of the infinite possibilities offered by so vast and diverse a place as a universe, isn't it possible that Kirk could just spontaneously change sex? Overall, second start of the right and straight on till morning was probably the better exit. And of course, it wasn't followed by...
It is mutiny! Deliberate, vindictive, insane at its base. But mutiny is charged, and encouragement of mutiny. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Scott, you heard it?
Faced with such serious and damning charges, McCoy and Scotty discuss the matter and agree that if Lester isn't possessing Kirk's body, then he is at least in need of trading that velour shirt in for a straitjacket. It's moot though, since Lester has bugged them and, to prove just how not crazy she is, immediately declares all three guilty on her own authority and announces their pending execution. This drives even Chekhov and Sulu to realize Spock must be right and refuse to obey any further orders. Lester takes it as well as you'd expect.
You will obey my orders! Will be charged with mutiny. You will obey my orders or...
Lester insists that Coleman kill Kirk, presumably by giving him a routine checkup. However, in any body, Kirk is ready for a fight, and the sight of it quickly causes Lester to now switch bodies with the Tasmanian Devil. With that, Kirk and Lester switch back to their own bodies, Kirk leaving her to Coleman's care, and really, why not? Not as if she had her whole excavation team killed or anything. The post-episode follow-up. Annoying character goes to Janet Lester. Male or female, she is as tolerable as a canker sore. Still, in one way at least, this episode is ahead of its time. The idea of a woman captain who has gone mad with power and rules the crew with an iron fist is going to have to wait a quarter of a century before it's allowed on television again.
Love him.
You don't believe in love?
Yeah, I believe in love. I believe in cancer.
What, they're both diseases?
Something like that.
I want to meet the bitch that fucked you up.